Today I'm going to show you how to make an oil-free classic marinara sauce. It's delicious. Use it on zucchini noodles or your favorite pasta. Hi, I'm Tami from the Nutmeg Notebook Kitchen. I share recipes that are oil-free and whole food plant-based. Today I'm going to show you how to make an oil-free classic marinara. So it couldn't be easier than this recipe. We're going to go ahead and get started. I have my burner going and my pot is hot. And I'm going to start with putting a little bit of water in here since I'm not using any oil. We're just going to turn it up a bit and you can see it's hot. So I'm just adding my garlic, and this is about 3 cloves that are finely minced. And we're not going to have them in here for very long. We're just going to try to take some of that raw off of them. A little more water. You don't need to have oil, and I don't want to go very long because I don't want the garlic to burn. If I burn it, then I've ruined my sauce. So next up, I'm going to be adding my tomatoes. And these are my favorite tomatoes for marinara sauce. These are Italian tomatoes. They are crushed already. They're oil-free, no added salt, and they taste delicious. So I'm going to use 2 of these large cans, and I think they're just over 28 ounces. It's funny how some things come in a little bit different. They're 28.2 ounce, 800 grams. So, and I have 2 of them. And these are BPA free. I do buy these at my Whole Foods market. And I think Sprouts also carries them. So we're just going to put that in. And then I have a little bit of tomato paste. This is 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. And on the garlic, you know, if you want more garlic, you can up it. And if you want to use roasted garlic, you could certainly do that as well. Now I have a couple tablespoons of date paste, and I'm adding that just because I need a little bit of sweetness to counteract all the acid that we have going on in this recipe. And I have a video on how to make date paste. It's simply dates and water. So you'll want to check that video out. I'll link to it down below as well. And this recipe will have a companion blog post on the blog, Nutmeg Notebook. Now here's my seasonings. Let me look at my notes so I can make sure I tell you correctly. I have 3 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, and this is the brand that I like, and I'll link to this. I have it on my Amazon store. And believe it or not, nutritional yeast, the flavor does vary from brand to brand. And this one we just happen to really like. Then I also have a teaspoon of dried oregano and 1 tablespoon of dried basil, and then just a pinch of red pepper flakes. And so this is going to go in. And of course, you know, you can up or down the quantities according to your preferences. And I just want to give this a good stir. And already this smells amazing. Now you can freeze this after it has simmered, and I'm going to let it simmer for about a half an hour. And a little bit of the water in it will evaporate. And if it's too thick for you at that point, then you can add a little bit of veggie broth or water if you want to, or you can leave it and let it be a little bit thicker. So this is the sauce that I use when I make lasagna. And I'm just getting that tomato paste well incorporated, and I also want that date paste to blend in. And now it looks like it has. So you see how simple and easy it is. So you really don't have to buy marinara sauce, because when you buy it, it usually has salt, oil, and sugar added. And if you're trying to do the SOS-free food plan, then store-bought marinara just does not exist that fits into our food plan. Okay, now you can see, maybe my cameraman comes up closer, you can see that it is just starting to come to a boil. So, and here's how you can see the thickness of it right now. And after a half an hour, it'll be just a little bit thicker than that as some of that water boils off. So I'm just going to turn my burner down now so that this just stays at a nice little simmer. I'm going to set my timer for 30 minutes. I'll come over and stir it a couple of times in between, just because I want to make sure that nothing sticks to the bottom. And then I'll show you what this looks like after 30 minutes. So we're back. It's been 30 minutes and I tasted it and it tastes perfect to me. But of course, remember that you can adjust the seasonings up or down to suit your personal taste and to suit what you have in your pantry. So if you don't have dried basil that you have fresh, go ahead and substitute it the same as the oregano. If you don't like garlic, leave out the garlic. Maybe use a shallot, which is milder. So you can really just, this is a basic classic marinara sauce. All I did was take the oil out of one that I would have made before going plant-based. So you could use Italian seasoning if you have that, if you don't have dried oregano and dried basil. So you could also saute mushrooms if you want to have a marinara with mushrooms. You can just really switch it up however you prefer. So, and when I do the lasagna, I do add mushrooms. I'll saute mushrooms and add them to the sauce. So this is what it looks like. It just got nice and thick, which is just, it's perfect. And while this was simmering, I went ahead and made some zucchini noodles and some yellow squash noodles, and I just used my spiralizer that I have here. Super easy to make. It took like all of 5 minutes to make this big batch of noodles. And the way I like to heat them up is I put a lid over the top of this dish and put it in the microwave for 2 minutes. And that warms them up, but it doesn't get them so hot that they start releasing all of the water, which is nice. And then I can just top them with marinara. Or I'm gluten-free, and so I'm always looking for gluten-free products. And this is from Trader Joe's. This is their organic red lentil penne, and this is gluten-free. And my whole family likes this. So I could make this and serve it to even the non-plant eaters, and they will think it's really good. And it is simply made from organic red lentil flour. So you can't beat that, right? It's so good. And I just happen to want the zucchini noodles today. So I'm going to go ahead and top my zucchini noodles, or zoodles as people call them, with the marinara. It's so good, you guys. It really, the zucchini noodles make you think that you're having pasta. And then I have my faux parmesan sprinkle, and I make this. I have a video on this, and the recipe is also on the blog, and it's oats and hemp seeds, and you can leave out the hemp seeds if you don't want them, but they really add just a nice creaminess to it, and some seasonings, and it's super delicious. So this is in place of Parmesan cheese, and much healthier than the vegan ones that you can buy commercially. And I'll just sprinkle some of that on top, and you see how it just kind of melts in there a little bit. And this adds a wonderful flavor. It has nutritional yeast in it as well, which helps give it kind of a cheesy flavor, if you will. And then I do have just a tiny bit of fresh basil. I'm just starting to grow some, so I'm real excited about that. Put that on top, and there you have it. This is really a delicious marinara with zucchini noodles. Very satisfying and delicious. So thank you so much for watching today. I hope that you'll try this. If you like Italian food, please be sure to check out my creamy Alfredo sauce. It's made without nuts. It's super delicious. It gets really great reviews from people. And I have a YouTube video for that, as well as a blog post on the blog at nutmegnotebook.com. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and feel free to leave me a comment or ask me a question down below in the comment section, and subscribe to my channel. Also, if you would click on the bell icon that's near the subscribe, then every time I do a new video or do a YouTube live, you'll get a notification. And go over to the blog and subscribe at nutmegnotebook.com, and make sure that you check for the 2 exclusive recipes that are just for subscribers. Those will get sent to your email that you use to subscribe with immediately after you subscribe. So if you don't see it in your inbox, be sure to check your junk email or your spam folder. So thank you so much for watching me today. I'm Tami, and I help you get healthy and stay healthy one meal at a time. Bye-bye.